going on, everybody? This is DK Dynamite, and tonight what I have for you guys is a massive update regarding Black Ops Cold War Zombies. I actually had a different video planned for tonight, but decided to push it back until tomorrow, since earlier today we got an official announcement regarding the ending cutscene of Firebase Z, an update on the Zombies DLC season, and what could be the craziest, but also the funniest Zombies leak in Call of Duty history if this does come true. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and also be sure to use code DYNAMITE if you want to save 10% on any Control Freak orders. Their link is, of course, down below in the description. We're going to start the video off with some serious information, some official announcements, and then we'll jump into the funny leaks later on in the video. But if you want to skip to that right now, feel free to use the timestamps. But it's going to be hard not to laugh talking about those leaks. Trust me on that one. Now, in the background, you're also going to be seeing some beautiful Kowloon custom map gameplay from Black Ops 3. The map just came out a couple of days ago and it was made by Logical Edits. If you want to play the map, the link to the Steam Workshop is also linked down below in the description. But first and foremost, we got a weekly Call of Duty blog post earlier today, which contained a very fascinating paragraph regarding the ending of Firebase Z. This could actually be a spoiler, so keep that in mind if you're listening to this video. So as they officially said, with the destruction of the World War II era Project End Station, after investigating the Dark Ether anomaly in Poland, Gregory Weaver and his Requiem agents now set their targets on the latest outbreak site in Vietnam, codenamed Firebase Z. Once there, Requiem agents will race against time to rescue Samantha Maxis and Xville from Outpost 25 before it's too late. Let's read that again. They said rescue Samantha Maxis and Xville from Firebase Z before it's too late. Did that just confirm we aren't going to have an ending cutscene in DLC 1? The way that's worded sounds like we're going to have a very similar Xville to the one we got over in D Machina, but let me make this very clear. This doesn't confirm anything, but it's just the way that it's worded that has me real suspicious. But all in all, don't judge a map based off of cutscenes. I'm sure we're going to get a beautiful intro cutscene, a good gameplay trailer, but hey, if we don't get an ending cutscene, so be it. I mean, what if not having ending cutscenes saves enough budget to ensure we get a Zombies map every single season? I'll gladly make that sacrifice. I don't care. That is just fine. Back in the day with, Black Ops 1, a bit of Black Ops 2, we didn't have ending cutscenes, but the Easter eggs were still great. So what if we go back to that again? We're in the pandemic. They can't exactly get CGI done very easily. It's probably a bit more complicated than we all understand, to the point where they can only get CGI done for maybe the Season 1 cinematic, Season 2 cinematic, or little trailers here and there. But for Zombies, they're like, why even go through all the hassle of doing it? One day they might return to ending cutscenes, and they could even still do one for Firebase Z, but based on how this is worded, doesn't seem like we're going to get one. But I'm going to say something controversial now. Real Zombies fans will appreciate the maps regardless of the cutscenes being CGI, cartoon. That's how I see it. In Black Ops 4, we could have had no cutscenes at all for Alpha Omega, Tagger Toten. We still got the cartoon slideshows. That was better than nothing, still conveyed the storyline very well, still pushed the story in the direction they wanted to go in, just without CGI. Now also bear in mind, it could be possible that we exfil on the map itself and then a cutscene plays shortly after that. I'm not saying that it isn't possible, but it's seeming a little less likely considering the wording of this weekly blog post today. That's my opinion on that right now. You can disagree respectfully all you want down below in the comments. Don't hate or be disrespectful on Treyarch's Twitter account. Don't make assumptions about Firebase Z before you actually play the map. Give everything a chance, but also stay optimistic based on the wording of their weekly blog post. But also, speaking of Treyarch's Twitter, they posted something very interesting earlier today saying, become an Ethernaut today. Hashtag Black Ops Cold War, hashtag Zombies, with a very clear Russian advertisement for some recruitment that could be done for these Dark Ether experiments. So yeah, they want people to be recruited, jump into these Dark Ether portals and essentially be guinea pigs to see what's on the other side, which to me is awesome. Some more lore. I'm expecting more marketing later on this week as well for Firebase Z and of course for Season 1 Reloaded. We also got some very interesting information regarding a plasma camo that is supposedly in Black Ops Cold War Zombies right now. I thought this was hilarious. Now I'm gonna say it's fake, but hey, if it's not, let's just look at it right now. So we got somebody by the name of Namson over on Twitter who said, yo, am I the first person in the world to unlock plasma camo in Black Ops Cold War? I haven't seen it anywhere and I got this weird locked message, but I can use it. Let me know if anyone else can use it yet. Nobody else has reported on this. Nobody's data mined the camo, so I'm gonna say it's fake, but I think it's funny to include in the video because look how legit this looks. I mean, somebody must have been on PC and coded something differently to make this look believable. I don't know how they did this, but it looks pretty reasonable. I mean, if you maybe slow this down frame by frame, you could probably tell where the mistakes were made and how fake it is. You guys be the judge of that, but I'll have this tweet linked down below if you want to overanalyze whatever this plasma camo is. But that would be awesome if we got another mastery camo added just to Zombies, just for Zombies fans. I mean, I also love the possibility of seeing a zombies battle pass in the future, which we're going to talk about later on in this video, but there have been quite a few quote-unquote leaks going around all over Twitter, Reddit, 4chan, images, videos of supposed Firebase Z gameplay. Now, without saying too much, I will tell you guys there is legitimate stuff out there which I can't show you or even vaguely hint at in this video, but I will tell you, be aware of some very spoiler territory footage on the internet for future Black Ops Cold War content. But there is one 4chan post in particular that was raising quite a bit of attention last night around the zombies community. As this says, I know this place doesn't really like COD much, but I have lots of info about the coming DLCs for the Zombies mode. I don't want to dump it on Reddit, so here it goes. 6 maps coming, 1 map each season, 3 free maps, 3 maps tied to the Battle Pass. So I'm like, alright, hold up. 3 free maps. So I guess Firebase and then 2 more maps, and then 3 maps tied to the Battle Pass. I'm like, what? So the person says, Vietnam map called Firebase Z, and it's already announced to be coming on the 4th of February. Nothing to say here. The map is split into 2 portions, a medium-sized outpost with tiny rooms and corridors, but also lots of space and big areas, and an abandoned village in the middle of the jungle that has muddy water with swimming zombies. We kind of already knew that and could have judged that based off of the teaser's trailer already released, so I mean, that's nothing new anyway. Then, second map is called Mar der Toten. I probably said that wrong, but there you have it. It's set in East Berlin during the 80s. Huge outside streets paired with tiny spaces on the inside of the various buildings. Features chunks of both Kino der Toten and Verrückt from old Call of Duty Zombies games. So I'm like, why would they merge Kino and Verrückt? I mean, I guess it makes sense, right, in Berlin, but there's so much they could do in Berlin besides remade sections. I could see like an area of Kino being used, similar to Knock from Die Machina being used in that, but really, I mean, it could happen, right? I'm not going to rule it out. But then, third map is called Spusk Stally. What the hell is that name? That sounds terrible for a zombies map. Set in a glacier on the base of a huge snowy mountain. The map goes all the way from the Russian facility at the top of the mountain to the frozen caverns that run inside it, full of weird ruins and ancient artifacts. Completely vertical map. The gimmick is set around portals connecting to different caverns and tunnels, where the player would leap from the top and land into a portal to come out of another portal in an entirely different part of the map. Still in early development, so sounds like a Mount Yemmental Summit WMD vibe. The Euro Mountain Zombies map we already heard about through teasers in game and leaks, so that's not really anything crazy. That's kind of just guessed information, if I had to take a guess there. The person followed up with, now those 3 maps will be free, but there are 3 more maps coming every other season. Starting season 2, don't know if they will do it every season from now on. The Battle Pass features some zombies content tiers, namely skins for Operator Samantha Maxis and Eddie Redpole, unlockable exclusively on the Zombies mode, but most importantly, the Battle Pass features a new map for this mode remade from the ground up from the original Black Ops 2 version called Green Run, where players ride a bus and move around a huge area escaping the zombies. 2 more maps are remade from Black Ops 2 and presumably will 2 come to future Battle Passes. Die Rise, another vertical map set in a skyscraper, and Buried, set in an abandoned western town. So I'm like, hold up a second. 4chan once in a while has good leaks for movies, TV shows, games, all types of things. So I'm not going to say that it's completely impossible, but let's name a flaw first of all. The person said skins for operators Samantha Maxis and Eddie Redpole. Samantha is a good guess. She'll definitely be an operator in the future. It's going to make a lot of money, so that's a given. But Eddie Redpole, he's assuming that R on the teasers is referring to Richthofen, which we already know based on intel that that is not the case. R is not Richthofen. R is the spy in the Omega group, which is presumably dead, since there's blood on the actual piece of paper that Treyarch teased. So the spy that Samantha was talking to is probably dead, but that wasn't Richthofen. It doesn't even look like Richthofen. I know he's on the face of the Firebase Z poster, so he'll probably be an important character somehow on the map, whether it's, you know, flashbacks, Easter egg steps, intel. He's probably dead, but he's definitely not Richthofen. That's been made pretty clear. His full name's already been revealed as well. And unless they pull this massive plot twist where R was Richthofen and that Omega Spy is Eddie, then this has already been debunked according to the intel. And this person probably didn't even see that intel to know that before writing this 4chan post. But that's not the craziest part. The craziest part to me is about the Zombies Battle Pass. Locking Victus remakes behind a Zombies Battle Pass could theoretically work, but there are a couple of issues with that. First off, let's say the Zombies Battle Pass that comes with Season 2 has Transit in it. What if you miss Season 2? Do you just miss out on being able to play Transit then? Or would they have it where you can buy the Zombies Battle Pass no matter what season it actually is? Now, on top of that too, it's also a question, right? Would you get instant access to a Zombies map when buying the Zombies Battle Pass? Or would you have to hit like tier 50 or tier 100 before being able to play that Zombies map? That's a weird question, right? And if they do have it where you have to hit a certain tier before being able to play the map, that would just make everybody spend a load of money on COD points and skip their way to that tier to be able to play the new Zombies map. That's what that would do, but they already confirmed before Die Maschine even came out that all Zombies DLC would be free this year, so this will be strange, having 3 free maps coming out and then 3 paid maps. Not sure how they would do that or make it work, but Activision might monetize zombies in ways we've never seen before, so I wouldn't completely rule this out just yet. Something like this could happen in the future. I mean, you never know. But the person that followed up in the comments and said, maps will remain available after each battle pass expires. No price yet, but presumably it will be a less convenient price that the battle pass itself, which costs $10 but returns $14 worth of in-game currency. Also not confirmed Die Rise and Buried will be part of a battle pass, but if the response to Green Run is good, they probably will. Activision is looking for ways to further monetize zombies. So that kind of answered my question, but still, you have content that was done for Black Ops 4 but never released. It was put on an indefinite hold until further notice, and that content was the 3 Victus maps. But the question always was, were they 3 faithful remasters with the same Easter eggs, same map layouts, same characters, or were they heavy remakes like Blood of the Dead, Alpha Omega, Tag Their Toe In with new characters, new Easter eggs, new map layouts? Who actually knows? But if those maps do come to Black Ops Cold War in the future, I could see either a faithful remaster or a heavy remake working for Transit, Die Rise, and Buried. To be completely honest with you, they can easily move around perk machines, add the salvage in, give updated graphics. They can make either one of those work, so I wouldn't mind that at all. But looking at some other comments in this thread, there are some real vulgar, disrespectful, inappropriate comments, but if you want to go ahead and read the entire thread, I will have it linked down below in the description, of course. But we got a comment here that says, I have heard this too from somebody I know who works at Activision. I'm like, yeah, right. The original plan was just to do the 3 free maps, one every other season, since Activision didn't have much faith in zombies doing super well after Black Ops 4. But given the very positive response to zombies this year, they are moving ahead with more content on a faster schedule. Also, this is still very early, but there are talks to either port Zombies Chronicles over to Cold War or create a Zombies Chronicles 2 with maps that haven't been remade, mostly from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, to extend Zombies monetization past the next COD's release, which will not have its own Zombies mode. So real quickly, seeing a Horizon Drac remaster or remake seems like it's a bit too soon, at least to me. But it has been 5 years since the map has came out, so time has flown by. I guess you could say it's time for a remaster. I'm not hoping for one. I don't think we need one, but that's always possible. But seeing more remasters next year during like a year or two of Black Ops Cold War, to me is fine. I mean, if the next Call of Duty doesn't have zombies at all, I wouldn't mind Black Ops Cold War getting updates with just remasters, recycled content. That wouldn't bother me. I think people wouldn't mind it either if all of year 1 this year is new content. I think everything would be fine if they did that, but at the same time, porting Zombies Chronicles over to Cold War, I'm like, are they planning on having every zombies map in this game then at some point? That really makes me wonder. But we then got a comment that said, to my knowledge, none of the 3 maps are reused or remakes of old content. None of the 3 free maps, that is. They are brand new, just like the ones featured in the base game. Sure, that one has the original zombies map embedded into it, but it's just a small portion. He's referring to Die Maschine. The Berlin map is actually really interesting and has a cool, grounded, dark atmosphere most of the zombies maps from previous games lacked. So I guess you could say, you know, if Activision releases 3 more maps for free that are brand new maps, but then wants to release, you know, remasters or remakes for a paid price, that might be okay with the community, right? The community would probably rather pay for remasters than pay for, you know, new maps. I think that probably makes the most sense. You know, you want new content, you get it for free. If you don't want remasters, you don't have to pay for it. That might work, but looking at this entire 4chan thread, I am reading this because not only is it funny, but it kind of sparks my interest in ways Activision could monetize zombies in a positive way. I wouldn't mind buying a separate Zombies Battle Pass that may or may not include a map in it. It would be great for just people that play zombies, and at the same time, I wouldn't mind not having ending cutscenes in future zombies maps if it meant that we get more zombies content throughout the entire year. That's my take on it. Again, this entire thread could be fake. We've already pretty much debunked the information about Eddie being that mysterious spy in the Omega Group, which this person has claimed. That's been debunked, so the rest of this thing could also be debunked, and looking at how this is all worded, the information in the actual 4chan post itself is pretty much rehashed information that we already know from content creators like myself, Gaming Revolution, you know, intel teasers in Black Ops Cold War. We know where we're going in future DLC maps. We know about the Victus remakes already and how they existed, got put on hold. We know all of that. So kind of rehashing that and adding some spice to it is pretty much what these people did, if this is fake. But leave all your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. This has been DK Dynamite. To make things very clear, I am not claiming or reporting any of this 4chan information as fact. It has not been backed up by any of my sources who've gotten everything right in the past about Modern Warfare, Warzone, Black Ops Cold War. Some of my sources have heard very similar things, but nothing concrete enough to confirm that this 4chan post is legit. I'm going to hold off on saying any of this is fact until we get further notice from some actual inside sources. And like I've also been saying, some clowns out there have way too much time on their hands to make things up like this. And it's hilarious to see, but it's been a reoccurring theme over the past couple of months for people out there who data mine to make some make-believe Twitter accounts that say they have the latest Black Ops Cold War leaks, and they'll say they have sources, even though their source is really just their computer. They're data mining things, misinterpreting code. That's what we've been seeing for quite a while now for Black Ops Cold War. So, as I say, take it with a grain of salt. If this is true, then hey, it's interesting. Some of it sounds believable, some of it doesn't. I thought it was worth bringing up since it gained a lot of traction last night over on Twitter and Reddit. People were mentioning it, saying it was true, that they heard similar things. Wanted to clear the air about it. It is not confirmed, it's not been backed up yet by anybody, but anything is possible going forward because of the pandemic. Development's very strange right now. Ending cutscenes might not happen. Zombies is in a very interesting place right now, but I'm very curious where it's going to end up at in the next few months. But really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.